guys, welcome back to That Horror Couple. I'm Kaylee.
And I'm Rob.
And happy holidays. It's the
Ho,
most wonderful
ho.
time of year. Yeah, and we just watched a new Christmas horror movie. It's A Wonderful Knife that dropped on Shudder today, and we want to talk all about it.
Because it was wonderful.
It was awesome.
Whenever a bell rings, an angel be stabbing some things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That horror couple.
It's us.
That horror couple. That horror couple. And they talk about horror.
Like and subscribe. After saving her town from a psychotic killer, Winnie Carruthers' life is less than wonderful. When she wishes she'd never been born, she finds herself in a nightmare parallel universe where without her, things could be much, much worse. Directed by Tyler McIntyre, starring Jane Woodall, Joel McHale, Justin Long, and Jess McLeod.
Okay, so to all a good knife. What do we like? What do we dig? What makes us feel jolly?
What jingles are ornaments?
Sounded sexual.
Yeah.
You jingle my bells, baby.
Okay. This movie was so fun. I really enjoyed it. I really loved that we got an appearance from Justin Long in this. That was great.
Well, I like kind of like the whole premise. And for me, what Happy Death Day did with Groundhog Day,
Yeah.
this film did with It's a Wonderful Life.
That's true, yeah.
Except it was in color.
I'm not sure of anything anymore.
Yeah, it was in color. That was awesome.
Awesome.
Love all the
Very-
colorful lights.
Very modern.
Yes.
But Justin Long, his character was like the evil, like...
The evil mayor.
The evil mayor, yeah. He was like trying to buy out all the businesses and own the whole town. And he plays a good villain. He does.
Yeah, he's great. Every horror movie he does, he's either like one of the good guys that doesn't survive, or he's like really evil. It's like there's no in between for him. Yeah.
He's a good bad guy.
Yeah,
He
he's awesome.
He make a good heel wrestler.
So we got a little Catherine Isabel in this movie. I haven't seen her in forever. She's like a early 2000s scream queen.
Doesn't matter. It took me back to Freddy vs. Jason and
American
Ginger Snaps.
Mary, Ginger Snaps.
so
Yeah, she's awesome.
Definitely awesome to see her. This movie's a Shudder original.
Shudder
so
original, yep.
Props
dropped
to
on
Shudder. Kudos to Shudder for
Yeah.
dropping such a cool film.
So the basic premise of the story is in the way of It's a Wonderful Life, we get to meet this character Winnie, and she has this nice family in this small, like, little mountain town, and it's Christmas time.
Very Christmas vibe-ish too, with the snow on the roof and
the
the
lights.
the Christmas music. It just feels like a cold December. Justin Long characters, Henry Waters,
The mayor.
He wants to take over the whole town, and whoever will not sell, not buy, whoever gets in his way, dead.
Yep.
Slasher style, and I thought that the gore was awesome.
Yeah.
We got like slit throats. We got candy cane through the back of the skull. We got all this stuff.
Yeah.
Slightly spoilers here.
Yeah, spoilers.
I'm not gonna major spoil it, but I'm just talking.
Yeah, we're spoiler warning just in case if you get nitpicky about that kind of thing. So
Just don't bitch at me.
yeah.
All right, it's Christmas.
Yeah.
You bastard.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
This film picks up right away. The killers start right off the top, and the killer gets stopped right away. I like how the killer's running around in like a Christmas angel outfit.
because the town is called Angel Falls, so it's like perfect.
It's very white. The mask is white.
Yeah.
The wings
Looks
are
like
white.
a snowflake. Yeah. So on Christmas Eve, Winnie, our main final girl Winnie, goes to a party with her best friend Kara, and unfortunately the killer shows up and starts, offing everyone, offing people, and that includes Kara and her boyfriend. So Winnie is devastated, obviously. The killer comes after Winnie and her brother Jimmy, and Jimmy is almost murdered by the killer until Winnie intervenes, and her intervening saves Jimmy's life.
There's no escape. The only hope is the sweet relief of death.
We cut to a year later.
And we find out the mayor's behind all this.
Yeah, we find out, spoiler, obviously, it's Justin Long's character, the mayor, he's the killer behind the mask. So we cut to a year later after this sequence, and
We
Winnie...
get 2 Christmases
Yeah,
in one movie.
We do. Winnie seems like her family, because her brother is alive, her parents are alive, her aunt's alive. Seems like the rest of her family is trying to move on and push past the tragedy that happened the year prior.
But she's struggling.
But she's struggling because she lost her best friend and she feels responsible.
And for some reason, the town is like totally Jamie Lee Curtising her.
Yeah.
With Laurie Strode, like she's like the evil killer. Remember that guy's like, you killed my brother.
Yeah.
I was like, bitch, your brother was nuts.
Are you crazy? Or just plain stupid?
So she's struggling, and like basically, like Christmas is a rough spot for her.
Yeah, of course.
Me too. I get depressed around the holidays.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's a bummer.
Loathe entirely.
being that it's a year later and, you know, everyone else seemingly has moved on, Winnie is super depressed, super sad over the death of Kara and the other people that lost their lives that night. That she's like outside at a party and she's like, you know, I wish I wasn't born. I wish I wasn't here.
It happened on a bridge too.
Yeah.
Very similar to It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah, I did. That was a really cool shout out, really cool Easter egg. Yeah.
But the interesting thing is when she wishes she was never born, the killer comes back again.
Yeah.
And we find out that because she wasn't there in the first place, the body count
It's like
expands.
Yeah, there's like way more killers. The killer was in this parallel universe that Winnie gets sent to, this like nightmare parallel universe. The killer was never caught. So there's like a big body count, and she finds out like the town is basically, it feels like the town is just like draped in gray, like it's been colored in gray. It's just so depressing, so sad.
Right.
Everything is different than how she remembered it.
Yeah, she went back to the same old crew, and they're like doing hard drugs now.
Yeah, they're not
And-
just doing weed and
Yeah.
like drinking. Like the
She's
teenage
like-
friends are doing.
She's like, what happened to you guys just doing weed?
And they're just like, oh, we're grieving, dude. Like, it was just really sad.
Can we say on YouTube?
I don't know.
Probably
I'll have
not.
to bleep that out. So we get Winnie, who's in this parallel universe, and she has to try to stop the killer in order to stop the killing and get herself back to her original timeline. So it kind of plays out the same way that It's a Wonderful Life does, except, you know, it's not a slasher.
Very George Bailey-ish.
Yeah.
It was.
You really had a wonderful life.
It's the same premise where like you realize how much one person affects so many people and how much you will affect so many people.
That you matter, yeah.
Like what would YouTube be without us? Probably the same thing. Probably better.
That's not true.
Credo, no regrets.
We're just bringing it down.
Yeah, no.
We're good. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thank you. While you're here, make sure you're clicking that bell and subscribing to our channel, guys, if you like what you see.
Yes.
Had to do a little self-promotion there.
Because we're happy you were born.
Yeah.
When Winnie comes back to this parallel universe where she doesn't exist, everything's different, and the whole town, everybody around her is worse off.
Yeah.
And the mayor is even more powerful now, Justin Long's character.
Yeah.
He is like Biff from Back to the Future Part 2.
So weird you said that.
He's
yeah.
so Biff.
I was thinking that. That is so funny you said that. Yeah, he is Biff. He's definitely Biffish.
He's like butthead.
Yeah. There's basically a race against the clock for our main girl, Winnie, to find the killer, kill him, and get back to her original timeline. Because we find out from Bernie, the weirdo girl, that's, who's awesome. I love Bernie, by the way. She was so cool.
Yeah, the back and forth between her and her friend.
Her and Winnie, yeah.
It was really good.
They had great
Yeah.
chemistry, yeah.
And
You could tell they liked
she was
each
a
other.
lonely girl who needed her around too, so she affected everybody, which is really a nice story.
Yeah, I love
In
that.
this stabbing bloodbath of a slasher.
I love slashers like this. She's got to find the killer, catch the killer before the aurora lights go away in the sky. So she is on a clock. She has got to find who the killer is. If it's still Justin Long's character, find him, kill him, and get back to her original reality.
That's what made this feel kind of like two movies in one. Because the first time around, she took out the killer right away. So right away, it was like a short movie quickly.
Yeah.
She jumped timelines, and now she had to like kind of track down the killer again.
Yeah.
So this was kind of like the sequel in a way.
It was so
it was-
cool. I like when movies do that. You're right.
It was kind of neat.
Yeah.
And she reconnected with her buddy Bernie.
Yeah.
And so now they're taking him out together, which is
Yeah.
kind of cool. Now they see his potential of how evil he can be.
Yeah.
So they gotta like save the town. They gotta save the family. They
Yeah.
gotta save people that died that didn't die before.
Yeah, it's
So-
really cool. I love the premise of this whole movie and the way it plays out too. It's so fun. It keeps you on the edge of your seat, I think. The entire time, it's very fast paced. It's definitely worth a watch to me, I would say.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, it's awesome. So we definitely love the kills in the movie. They had really creative like kills. It was super fun and gory at certain points.
As far as a slash film goes, would you say this is in the same style as Scream or I Know What You Did Last Summer? Like any of the recent Christmas horror that came out in the last couple of years?
Yeah, I think
Like,
it's kind of a mashup of like I would say Happy Death Day and The New Thanksgiving like slasher that came out. I think it reminds me of those two movies like put together. I really loved our main girl Winnie. I love the kills. I thought it was just all around like a great Christmas fun slasher horror movie.
I agree.
As far as dislikes of the film, I have to say this is a spoiler warning. We get introduced to one of our characters at the very beginning, and it kind of like sets it up to where you think she's gonna be like a bigger character. She's gonna have a bigger role, and she doesn't. The girl Kara that we're introduced to, she gets killed in the first like few minutes of the movie, and like she doesn't come back in the other reality. So I was kind of confused about that. I thought maybe she would,
Yeah.
but that was a dislike of mine because I liked her, and I thought maybe they could have put her in the parallel reality reality or something. So
Same thing with the old man character. For some reason, I thought his character had more of like a reason
Oh,
to be there, and they
yeah.
just killed him off too.
yeah, for sure.
Just like for me, it would just be just like the timelines or the parallel realities. I love that idea and I love that concept, but for me, it was a little hard to follow.
Okay.
Maybe I'm slow.
No.
But I'm just like, wait a minute. So
Yeah, you
is-
were like confused.
I was like, how is this guy dead when he was just alive?
Yeah.
And like,
Okay.
But like, you know, I'm sure if I watch it again, it'll be cool. But like, other than that, I have no complaints. Just the pacing was good, but like, it was just hard for me to follow the parallel reality rules.
As far as final thoughts of the film, I really enjoyed this one. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of
Ooh.
10. I thought it was awesome. I would definitely own it for our collection and watch it at Christmas. So 7.5 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, I think it's a great slasher film with all the Scream influence, the I Know What You Did Last Summer influence, the It's a Wonderful Life influence. It's definitely worthy of the Christmas horror playlist.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
I give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay, perfect. 7.5, 7. Awesome. So make sure you guys are checking out It's a Wonderful Knife on Shudder. If you're a fan of the channel, you like what you see, make sure you're hitting that bell to be notified when we drop all of our new horror movie reviews, horror movie trailer reactions. So hit that bell. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. We also have a store now.
Yes.
So if you're interested, you want to tell them about the store, Rob?
We have a store
Yeah.
with merch,
Yeah.
hoodies, hats. They make
Coffee mugs.
They make great holiday gifts
Yeah.
for your significant other,
Yeah.
their loved ones, or just the person you're banging.
Yeah.
So pick up some merch.
Yeah,
and
in
you
our
will
store.
be cool.
Yeah.
It will make you cool, and you will get laid more
Yeah.
by wearing our stuff.
Do it.
Individual results may vary.
We also have a super thanks option, guys. If you like what you see, you want to donate to the channel, we have a button like right there. It's the holidays. Be generous. I mean, come on.
Be generous.
Yeah.
Or Santa's gonna come to your house and shit under your tree.
Once again, I'm Kaylee.
And I'm
And we
Rob.
hope you guys have a happy holiday. So make sure you stay tuned, and we'll see you next time.
Merry Christmas.